Every day feels like a race. Another deadline, another to-do list, another reminder that rest is a luxury we rarely give ourselves. But what if today we stopped running? What if we stayed still for once? Welcome to a self-care day. Let's relax together. Because my past 4 videos have been really action-packed, from stuffing myself in a suitcase to being stuck in a game where all I do is eat bread every day, except that's real life, and trust me, that's a lot of work, and there's only so many videos that you can make about moving abroad. In other words, I am in a creative rut. It doesn't help that the beasification of YouTube is overstimulating my brain. Can I say 1,000 words in one breath? It's even worse that the first thing I think about after completing a task is what's next, and not, yay, I did it, or something like that. I'm in this constant grind set where I always feel on edge, and I just don't have the time where I can just sit down with my thoughts and chill. Boy, do I not want history to repeat itself. Wait, what happened? Let me tell you about a story of a girl who fell into the burnt out gifted child trope. There was not one year at school where she did not join an organization. However, the longer the streak went on, the more her personal life blended with organizational work. This obsession to be productive led to the mindset that rest makes time go down the drain. Day to night, she forces herself to work like a robot, prioritizing task over self, even rejecting her family's offers to go out for dinner. As soon as she realized this was unhealthy, it was too late. She was already burned out. You can't pour something out of an empty cup. But she had a great idea. She removed herself from every organization and, for the first time ever, prioritized herself, starting a self-growth journey she labels Mission Bloom. Yikes, that sounds really rough. Yep, ever since then, this is my new mantra. Well, get in bed, losers, because we're indeed girl resting, girl laying down, girl sleeping. Because in this video, I absolutely want to do nothing, and you're invited. This is my contribution to having more laid-back videos in the algorithm, and an excuse to do the little things that keep me going. Because you know how there's like those 24 hours in the mall challenges or something like that? Well, if there was a 24-hour in my room challenge, I know for a fact that I would kill it, because that's basically what I do all the time, except if I'm going to university. And I've always been a homebody and always will be. If you didn't notice, all my past 4 video settings have all just been in my house, and 99% of the time it's in my room, with the 1% being the kitchen. But even that, I always film the kitchen scenes at around 6 to 7 a.m. because I don't want my roommates seeing me. But that's enough lore. Let me show you my cozy space, because you can't have a relaxing day without a nice and tidy room. I actually don't know if you guys noticed, but I recently just moved in, which is why the room that you're seeing is a lot different from my previous room, because my previous room, let's just say that it wasn't good for my wallet. But anyways, I want to make a to-do list of the simple pleasures that I want to do today, because I'm simply a girl that cannot live without a to-do list, or my brain just gets all over the place. So, I've been reading Crying in H Mart. I usually don't read nonfiction. I hope I'm using the right terminology because I always get mixed up with fiction and non-fiction, because in my head fiction means real, so when I think of non-fiction I automatically think not real. Anyways, back to the point. I usually don't read non-fiction because I feel like self-help books specifically tend to be longer than they need to be, and I would rather have a bullet point summarized list of the practical tips that it includes. But I would say that memoirs are an exception because even though it's set in real life, it still holds the storytelling narrative that I like in the not real books. So you get the best of both worlds. Anyways, this book is about the author's experience growing up Asian American and dealing with her mother's loss. And one of her only way to connect with her mom is through cooking Korean food. And she gets those ingredients from a Korean supermarket called H Mart, hence the name. And I'm 66% through the book, and so far I like it. I don't think it'll be my favorite memoir. I think that place still holds for I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. But I can say that this memoir has a lot of heart, and there are some chapters where I really do get emotional. I wish that I had a physical copy of the book instead of an ebook so that it can actually include my tears within the pages as a physical reminder of my emotional reactions. But physical books are expensive in this economy. With that said, if you guys have read the book, let me know. I wanted to say let me know down, but I ended up saying let me down. Anyways, let me know down in the comments if you guys have read this book and whether you liked it or not. Guys, I just have to show you this quote because it hits so hard. Asian mothers. I guess there's a stereotype, but it's true in my case, where mothers, they usually don't explicitly say that they love you, but they show it through their actions. Like, for example, cutting up some fruit and things like that. There's a saying where they say, like, your love language is what you didn't really get as a child. And that makes me wonder, is this why words of affirmation is like quite high on my list because of this? Like, got me thinking. Don't you love it when pictures move? And by that, I mean film. Watching a lot of movies actually made me start my YouTube channel because I draw a lot of inspiration from the cinematic shots they make to my YouTube channel. I just love how movies are able to tell so much, visualize a feeling in like 2 hours, or I guess more commonly 3 hours now. Bring back 1 hour and 30-minute movies. I love how every shot has an intention, like it is a decision that has been made. And there are a lot of other decisions that you might not right away notice in movies, like for example the colors or the dress options, things like that. Now, after watching a movie, I sort of have this routine. So first of all, of course, I would go on Letterboxd and rate it, and also read the reviews that are on there because they tend to be funny. Or I tend to see some reviews and I'm like, how did they type down everything that I'm feeling? Second, I would go on YouTube and watch analysis videos, especially ones that are like ending explained or sort of just analyzing the video, because when I watch those videos, they always say something that I didn't notice, and I'm always like, whoa, they did that. I mean, this is not directly related, but I also like watching analysis videos of how the film was marketed. For example, I find it interesting that the 2024 Barbie film used the color pink as a promotional tool. I'm pretty sure there is now a pink shortage because of the film. But that influenced like other films like Wolverine and Deadpool to use a similar tactic, like using yellow and red as their main colors. You could also see it in Wicked, where Glinda is now associated with the color pink, despite I think her character was not associated with that color beforehand. But they decided to do so because it makes it easier for cross promotion. Like for example, you could see any green or pink product and you would think like, oh my gosh, that's Wicked, despite it not having any explicit design like a witch hat on it, let's say. And for example, you would see this green pajama and you would be like, Alphaba. Third, I like to stalk the entire cast on their socials. I mean, who doesn't? And lastly, I watch TikTok edits of my favorite characters or my favorite couple in the movie. And these editors are so talented, they would use just the perfect audio, especially for the movie challengers. Recently, I've been having a Ghibli film craze because there's no other film that gives me the same sense of comfort like a Ghibli movie. Like the score is always so good, the food looks absolutely delicious. Oh, and I love how the women are written because they're like courageous, driven, and they're really vocal with their emotions, and I love that. Like Miyazaki knows what he's doing, and I would want my kid or kids, or I don't know if I will have the but yeah, you get the point, to grow up watching these films. Now I think that it would be fun if I made sort of a one-line comment of all the Ghibli films I've watched. How are none of the characters scared of heights? Literally the B movie. How? I don't know if this is a spoiler, but the incest subplot, it's question marks. Girl boss, girl whoa. I wish I could watch this film for the first time again. Love letter to the burnt out gifted children. There are two more in which I cannot reduce into just simply a sentence. This is such a silly title. That's my first impression of it because, like, I mean, it's not clickbait. There is a boy and a heroine. But you know what I mean? I came out watching this movie confused. I went out and was like, what the heck did I just watch? But it made me think. Like, it made me feel something. And I don't know how to describe it. I went to university afterwards, and on the way to university, I really had to process the movie. This is my favorite Ghibli movie so far. Because the entirety of the movie is about finding who you are, but it's also saying, like, you don't have to have everything figured out right away. It pushes you to follow your dreams, and who knows, along the way, you might find someone who inspires you and motivates you. Today, I am going to be watching The Wind Rises, and I'm really excited. I also heard the English dub is voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Guys, pause. Call me cringy, but this is kind of how me and my boyfriend act. Because for context, he is a night owl and I'm a morning person, so he would be working at night and I would be winding down, and we would call and I would ask him to share screen what he's working on because I like watching him work. Like the dialogue says, ew, cringe, gross. Okay, whatever. I just finished watching the film and I loved it. Indeed, I have my own Jiro. And it's so funny because my boyfriend, he studies aerospace engineering in Japan. So it really relates to the character, which is crazy. I do question the character's age gap a bit, but it's fine. I love how Jiro is so gentle and Naoko is also so kind. But I did not like the scene where Jiro continues to smoke knowing that Naoko is like literally sick, and I know that Naoko is like, it's okay Jiro, you can do that. But still, like, Jiro, don't do that. Like, you know, bro. Secondhand smoking is bad. If I were to describe this movie as a lyric, I would I would have crawling back to you as the lyric. Anyways, yeah, I am in fact not a right love. I've been really liking waking up and doing like a 5 to 10 minute yoga in bed, specifically yoga with Bird, the best yoga YouTube channel. Yeah, because I just wake up stiff, and 5 minutes isn't a long time, and it's been really nice. Like I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that to be like, oh, I do yoga, but I'm serious. Like, you guys should try. Do that before your body actually gets stiff when you are a grandma or grandpa. I got a kiwi. We're gonna make a snack. I've been having fun experimenting with buying new fruit in the Netherlands because, like, I don't know, I wasn't exposed to much different types of fruit in Indo. Like, yeah, there are a bunch of fruits, but I've never tried like kiwi. So I tried kiwi for the first time this year, and also plums, and is it called pomegranate? I don't know, persimmons? I don't know. Yeah, persimmons. Okay, I think I made something. It's basically toast with cherry jam and kiwis. I just love putting fruit on toast. It's not the prettiest, but that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm just aiming for a little snack. And yeah, there's something about eating a snack on the floor that makes the food better. First bite. Mmm. It's sweet. I love sweet things. Besides watching movies, I also really like watching YouTube. I think it's my favorite social media platform because it doesn't ruin your attention span, okay? Like, I don't have an attention span of a goldfish, like some of you guys. Okay, that was an unnecessary attack. I'm sorry. Yeah, anyways, I also draw inspiration for my videos, actually mainly from YouTube, with creators like Gox, Cold Kirwan, Life of Frieza, Lin Truong. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm so sorry. Megan Tan, and more creators, and I think they are so good at what they're doing. Like, they could make a film. They could make a film for sure. Let me show you guys actually. Oh, wait, what? Well, it's been fun staying in with you guys, but I do have uni tomorrow, so I have to sleep. And let me know what you guys think of these sort of vlog like video, because sometimes I have a dilemma on whether to focus on cinematic shots or being vlog like, because I feel like by being vlog like I'm able to tell more of myself. So this video is sort of me trying to combine both elements and experimenting to see how it goes, and I would really appreciate your guys' input. um Other than that, there are some scenes where I just used my iPhone and no mic whatsoever. And there are some scenes where I just use my voice memos instead of my actual mic, because I just don't want to stress out about vlogging that much, because the point of vlogging is to be more authentic with you guys. And it's also because so yeah, my camera just died. Perfect timing. Yeah. I just want you guys to leave this video with a reminder that if you're a to-do list freak like me, yes, I'm calling you out, don't forget to schedule in some rest time. You are doing enough, and even if it doesn't feel like it, because productivity is not defined by how many activities you do. Like, I don't care. That does not define your worth. Rest itself is productive because you literally need rest to be productive and do your work. Hustle culture, I feel, is centered on motivation to have a brighter future. And yeah, that's great. But like, it shouldn't mean that you should sacrifice the present. Life isn't a race. You're growing at your own pace. Bars. Word. Yep, be gentle with yourself. Okay, logging off. Bye bye. Okay, that's weird. Let me sleep. I mean, it's so cutie.